Guys, only 5 days ago, I came out with ICP Major News and Price. I gave a price prediction. I basically said that this is the best time to buy. Don't be scared. A lot of you guys thanked me and said, great video. Thank you. You kind of need someone to tell you those things. And I'm actually going to try to put out videos timely where I think it's time to get into the markets and kind of maybe even give you guys videos where I think you should exit the markets. Because I think this is what YouTubers do. Understand how YouTubers work. Please subscribe because I'm the only one doing this, by the way. The way YouTubers work is they'll tell you, hey, go buy this, but then they don't really tell you when to get out, stay in. And you guys aren't, most people I realize aren't paying attention. I'm paying very close attention. This is my Discord up here. There's over 1,000 people in here, and this is all we do all day long. I mean, I live and breathe this crypto stuff, 15, 16 hours a day. So I'm really on top of it. I've been telling everybody, all my friends, to buy at the lows, and it was the right time. Look at this. Look at this. Since 5 days ago, look at ICP price, guys. Up 22% over a 7-day period. Okay. It's not even down that much for a 30-day period. And you compare it to Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's down less and it's up more in those periods. Now, this is interesting. Let's look at the 7-day of all the top tokens. ICP is one of the top tokens gainers. And to be honest with you, it looks like it's also Cardano is also gone up, and Cardano never moved. ICP did. ICP over doubled, by the way. So Cardano never moved, neither did XRP. So for them to go up, I would expect it finally for them to move. But these two, to me, are not very good coins because their tokenomics suck. I wouldn't buy any XRP or Cardano at all. Internet Computer is far superior than both of those. It's no competition at all. I think these two are just dead money, especially XRP, which releases 10% of their token supply every year. Optimism, same thing. It's going to dump eventually. Huge inflation in their tokenomics or suck. These are okay to a degree. Same thing, not the greatest tokenomics in a lot of cases. Some are okay, some are not. But Internet Computer is far superior than everything here. And it's basically held its own against these top ones that have had these top moves. So when you look at it, Internet Computer is doing incredibly well. I think we hit $9 almost. Oh yeah, we did almost hit $9. Now, what's really impressive about this run is we fell as low as 6. So somebody actually a little bit, I think it was like 5 something. If we go back here, there you go. 6, it was like 590 something. So somebody could have bought this at 6. I didn't buy it that low. I was waiting for it. I got in right here, 670, 680. When I saw it bounce off this line, that's when I started buying. And I ended up buying more around 715, around 7 here when it dropped back down again. And that was it. Bought another 1,000. I'm over 7,000 ICP at this point. Listen, you're buying ICP at 6 is a no-brainer. It's basically gone up 50%. I mean, technically, I could have bought like 5,000 at $6 would have been the play, and then dump it at 9 and make 50% on your money. I mean, these are the opportunities. This is why I told you guys, if you guys follow the news in ICP, okay, the news is incredible. You guys got to look at the news. If you like ICP at 20 or 15 or 12, which I bought some at those prices too, you're gonna love it at 6. But we also have to understand that this particular cycle, this was kind of a fake out. This move, if we look back here, this move to $20 was kind of a fake out in a way. And it was fake out because there was all this AI buzz and all this stuff, and ICP was finally getting some of it, but it wasn't organic, it seems. It seems like there was something else behind it pushing it. It was a little bit too much buzz, maybe a little bit too much hype, and it kind of fell apart. So going forward, I'm going to play things a little bit differently with ICP. And this is information you're not going to hear from other YouTubers. A lot of YouTubers say, oh, just buy it and forget it, and buy it and stake it. Yeah, I'm not going to play those games. I think they're stupid. I think you play the trends. I think you play the patterns. I think you play what the token is telling you is the easy money. Play the easy money. Don't play the hard money, okay? So the easy money here is when it has dips like this, you buy. And then when we have surges, this is not a surge to me. When we have surges that are like this, it's 90% of the time it falls. I thought we could have a Solana moment where it just kind of stabilizes a little bit and then it goes back up. But ICP does not have the adoption yet. I'm not saying it won't have it. I do believe that ICP will eventually have mass adoption, but we're not there yet. So we have to understand where we are in the cycle of ICP compared to Solana. Solana, if you guys remember, was around the same price. And I thought maybe ICP could have its Solana breakout moment where it goes over 100, right? I really thought that for a moment. And you saw it right here. It went from 8. It was, we got to go further back. It was $8. Same thing as where ICP is actually. Yeah, it was like $8, $9 down here. And then it erupted into the 20s and everyone was like, whatever. And then it just kept going. Look at it. It just kept going all the way. It went from like $20 to $100. And I thought, it's a possibility for ICP. But I realized something. It's not a possibility for ICP right now. The reason Solana made that move was because mass adoption was taking place. The second that we see mass adoption take place for ICP, the second we see it, that is when we basically don't sell and we just wait for the run. But we're not there yet on ICP. Mass adoption has not taken place yet. That is something to consider. Okay. When is mass adoption going to take place on ICP? That is really what we have to think. We are seeing great support around the 6-7 line, by the way. 6-7, no brainer. You hit that number, you load up, you chill. Okay. How high are we going to go? Definitely going to see resistance again around this 12, 13 mark. And maybe we'll go to $15 to $20 range again. I will probably sell some this time around if we hit $20. I'm probably going to sell some. I'll sell 1 or 2,000. And that's why I bought so many. So that in case it does make a huge pump, I'll sell some. I'll wait for it to reset. I'll buy back even more. That's one strategy. The other strategy is if you sell some and it keeps on running, it's okay. If I sell 2,000 at 20 and it goes to 50, then who cares? Still made a nice bag on the 5,000 I'm holding. I'm not selling it all. You DCA in, dollar cost average in, you dollar cost average out. There's so many ways to play this, but this is a winner in my opinion, no matter what. It's not guaranteed. There's nothing guaranteed in life. There's nothing guaranteed in crypto. There's nothing guaranteed in the stock market. Nothing. Real estate. Nothing. Don't ever think anything is guaranteed. But this is a risk that I am willing to take. You don't have to do what I do. You can just watch. And frankly, there aren't many YouTubers. In fact, I haven't seen any that are going to be telling you guys these signals like I will be. I'm going to try to give you guys the timely advice. And now let's say you missed ICP at the $6-7 mark. You're thinking to yourself, well, what do I do now? I mean, honestly, 863 is not a bad entrance, but DCA in, go in slowly. You don't have to buy a full bag. Go in slowly. It's pumped. It could go back down to 8, could go back down to 7, and then it can go back up. We don't know what's going to happen. This whole Trump thing also, election cycle, there's a lot of uncertainty and doubt, but at the same time, you want to get these things the lowest price you can. That is the key to the game here. Get in at the lowest price you can. So listen, guys, we are still a little bit of ways away for altcoins to start jumping, but the fact that altcoins are jumping right now is actually an incredibly good sign. And if you start looking, a lot of the alts are moving. A lot of the alts have actually held up well, and that wasn't happening a few weeks ago. You can start to kind of see the alts are kind of kicking in again. And that's what you want to see. We could go through another 30-day cycle where the alts do good. They all pump again, and then they all come back down again. And yes, they could pump 100%, and then they could drop another 50% back down. That's just what alts do. They're not as stable as the big boys, which really there's not a lot of big boys. I mean, if we're really looking at it, there's just a couple top tokens. But Ethereum ETF is coming. Keep that in mind. Germany has stopped selling Bitcoin. They're done. Keep that in mind. That helped the price rally. And then the third factor, Gox is already given out a lot of their tokens. I don't think the price impact is going to be that much. I think the people that wanted to sell have sold. I think they're done or close to being done. I think the pressures on Bitcoin are lifted. I think what you're going to see is Ethereum going to start taking off, and Ethereum is actually performing really well, even when you start comparing it to other tokens out there. Even if you're starting, the 7-day is better than Bitcoin, the 30-day is better than Bitcoin. So when you start looking at the 30 days and the 7 days, and you're looking at Ethereum, yes, it is going to have more support because the ETF is going to come. And also Ethereum has a much smaller market cap, has a third of the market cap, I think a fourth of the market cap. I mean, let's look at it. Let's actually do the math, because if you're going to see inflows of billions of dollars, that's where the difference is. Market cap is only 32%, about a third of the market cap of Bitcoin. So if you have a third of the market cap and you're going to have close to the same amount of money pumped through the ETFs, what's going to happen to Ethereum? Well, Some people are saying it's going to go to 5,000, 6,000, all-time highs, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. It's all on in play now. It's an absolute possibility. I don't think it's going to be a straight shot up. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility. But I think there's a lot rosier picture right now in crypto than a lot of things out there, including stock market. Stock market, you have a couple top stocks doing well. Some of the bigger stocks are doing well, basically. And you got kind of everything else is kind of languishing, not doing very well. You got a lot of stocks that are still down 80, 90%, 50%, 60% is very normal, and they really haven't recovered. What you're seeing in crypto is much better. You're seeing a recovery happen all over the place because it is smaller market cap and less money pulls crypto up faster. Number one. Number two, it's also a newer asset base. So you're going to see, appreciation happen a lot quicker, a lot better because people want it and people don't have exposure to it. They're going to want it. So those are things you got to keep in mind. Everyone has exposure that wants exposure to stock market. There's no lack of stocks or ETFs or bonds out there. So these are things you have to take into consideration. You're going to start to see a lot more money come through this cycle that we haven't seen before. And that money hopefully finds its way into projects like ICP, which frankly does not have a lot of users compared to, I mean, you're talking a few million users compared to hundreds of millions of users for the top tokens like BNB, Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin. It doesn't even compare. We could see that adoption take place in ICP. It will be explosive. So anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to try to drop these videos a little bit closer to where I think the buys and sells should be made, and pay close attention to those because I've been right all along on this. Number one. Number two, I'm going to post another video very shortly. This is a very important one coming out. It's from a meme coin trader, a guy that has hit 50x's, 100x's, 200x's, 1000x's. You can follow his wallet. He's allowed me and a couple other people to invest with him. I don't know much about meme coins. I mean, I invest in them, but I don't. I do hit a lot 2 and 3xers, but then I haven't hit a lot of like 100xers and 50xers. I haven't hit any of those. I think I hit 150xer with no chill. I did hit a 10xer with king shit. So, and by the way, this was me following one of these master traders, but this guy has his wallet and he's allowed me to share his wallet and has allowed me and a few other people to invest in it. I'm going to post that right after this video, and you can kind of start following that guy because holy cow, if you are not investing in meme coins, you're missing out. And if you don't have time to research, like I don't really understand meme coins, but he does. I'll explain to you in my next video what he does and what he looks for. But anyway, guys, keep an eye out for that video. I'll talk to you soon.